Hello everybody, it's Rachel at From Moments to Milestones, and we're going to put together our newest 3-card kit featuring Dare to Be Artsy paper and dies. This is the Frosty Hello stamp set, and these are the 3 cards we're going to make. If you purchase the kit, you'll get the instructions with pictures and the supplies we used at the back. So we will go ahead and get started with this shaker card here. So the first thing we're going to do is color our image, and I honestly just used a 24 pack of Crayola crayons, or not crayons, colored pencils, some paper, blending stumps, and I have Gamsol on a sponge inside this little container here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the coloring, and I used the light brown first on the hat. So you can color it however you want. I was trying to match them up to the paper. And the trick with these cheaper or more inexpensive colored pencils is to start light and then work your way up. Try to do most of your shading before the Gamsol. You can layer it up a little bit, but not as much as you could with a higher end. I'm going to use the same colors on his shoes. And I think I went in with a little black as well to really darken it up. And then when you get the color down that you like, I'm going to find a paper stump that already looks like it's got that color going. And it just kind of melts the colored pencils together. That looks good. And then for his nose, I used, I think, this light color again. Or was it this one? We're going to do this one. This light brown. And then I'm going to go in with some orange. And let's see. Alright, blend that out. And we're going to go in with this scarf. So I'm trying to match this darker red. I'm going to use this one's called Mahogany Red, the dark brown, and maybe a little black. So I'll start with this red. I got the light red, just a light little bit on his little cheeks there. And then darker. Just a little black on the edges. Back in with a darker. and then the Gamsol to melt it. If like this one, I want to use it for red, so I'm just gonna put it on this little sanding. Sorry if the camera is shaking like crazy. Sand off the color. I can use that for the red. If you don't do that, you'll put some blue down. Whatever's on the stump will transfer, so you want to make sure you get it clean. And then I forgot to do the band of his hat. Same colors. I'll do the little berries too. Oops. All right, so there's his scarf. I'm gonna brighten it up just a little. It's a little darker than I wanted it to be. So see, I can go over that Gamsol. All right, I'm gonna use some black on the buttons. And you can blend those if you want, you don't have to. It really just takes away any pencil marks if you had them. And then I used a little bit of blue around the edge. So this aqua green actually, and I'm just gonna really just put a line around the outside of his body. And anywhere I want to create some shadows. And then the same thing, I'm going to take this blending stump and I'm just going to pull that color just slightly and kind of just swirl it so you can't see that harsh line. I find little circular motions to be the most helpful here. All right, with the exception of the green and his little hat, let me do, or the holly. I'm just gonna leave those as is. So he's ready to go. And now we can put together the rest of our cards. So we're gonna start, this is a mini slim, and I have given you the option of 2 different sentiments. So mine says sending you snowflake kisses. If you're not a fan of that, you could choose let it snow. And this snowbank is gonna cover up whatever one you decide not to use. So I'm going to do this one with let it snow just so you can see the difference. So I'm going to put down this paper onto the card base. And it's just slightly smaller than the card base, so just center it on there. You may have a very thin white border. Okay. And now we're going to take our snowbank and our frame, and we're going to glue that snowbank to the back of our frame. And I'm going to pull it up as much as I can so that I ensure, especially if you choose the let it snow, you want to make sure you cover up that let it snow, or the sending you snowflakes sentiment. So I'm just gonna put some glue there and then right up to the edge. It should fit just inside. like so. And now when I put it on there, it surely is going to cover that other sentiment. You'll never know it was there. All right, so once you get that on, you should have a piece of acetate. This is just the tissue paper. You can toss that. And the acetate is going to go right on the back as well. And I'm actually going to use some, let's see, I have some score tape or red line adhesive, whatever you have. Use this double-sided. We're going to find the end of it. There it is. I'm just going to put a little here so that sticks as well. Something to pull that off with. Pull off the release paper. Oops. Oh my goodness, thought I had it. There it is. All right, so I'm going to put my acetate down onto that. Give it a good press, make sure it's on there. All right, so now the front of your shaker's ready. We are going to create the foam well that we need. So I would probably suggest some kind of foam tape here, like you're gonna want actual tape. Let me find some. Oh, here, I have some long strips here. So I'm going to use 2 at a time so it's thicker. And then what I'm going to do is create this little well. And what you want to do is make sure that you have completely sealed up right here. As if you have a gap and your shaker bits are going to come out. So you need to make sure you seal that completely. And I am just going to go to the snowbank here because if I go all the way down here, then you're never going to see the shaker pieces. So you can see they get caught here at the snowbank. So the easiest way to do that, I'm actually just going to use one, is to pull the backing off of your tape like that, and then you can maneuver. I'm going to butt it right up against it, and then I can bend it around that snowbank. Perfect. And make sure I'm all the way up to the edge there. There we go. And then I'll just fill in with some more of that foam so it's all even. Okay, I'm just going to pull all the backing off of the foam, and then we are going to grab our shaker sequins and seed beads. There's all kinds of goodies in here. So you can do it 2 ways, whatever you're comfortable with. You can pour this out and try to contain it in what you feel is the top of the card, and then flip this over and lay it down. Or because the frame goes to the very edge of the card, you could put the stuff in here, making sure your correct sentiment is showing, and line it up and stick it down, which is what I think I'm going to go for today. Another little tip would be if you don't want your stuff to get stuck like to the foam around the outside, or you can just go in with a powder tool slightly and just go along the edges. Now I don't want to get that foam or it won't seal. Then you won't have all this static going on. So I am going to pour those in very carefully. I don't want them to stick to the foam. All right, so there's all my bits. I'm going to kind of spread them out so that they're not thick and on top of each other so that we get good movement. I hope you're not struggling like I am. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I am going to, I want the Let It Snow, so card is opening the right way, there's the bottom. And I'm just going to start here in the corner and line it up. Press down. Got a little snowflake. And so I'm going to make sure I really give it a good press so I get a good seal. And then the magic happens. So there we have our little shaker bits. All right. So now we're going to put our little snowman on the front. You can pop him up if you want, but if you don't want too much dimension, there's a pearl in there. I kind of wish I would have flipped over. That's okay. I could even hide him with that. But I'm going to stick this guy on. I'm going to use wet glue because of the acetate. I don't want it to come off. I'm just going to put him right there. And then you have these 5 red pearls, half pearls, that we're going to scatter on the card. So I'll lay them out first. I have a different sentiment, so I might want a different layout. All right, so I am going to grab my jewel picker and go ahead and get those down. I could fuss with these things all day. All right. And that card is finished. All right, our next card is Sending You Snowflake Kisses. This you could use, would be a great Valentine's card as well. So let's see, we'll start with coloring our little snowman again. We're going to use that same colored pencil set and Gamsol. We'll get that stuff going. So I'm starting with that mahogany color this time because I'm going for the maroon wine color. It was wine colored cardstock that I'm trying to match. Obviously, I have the whole set of Prismas at home, and you could easily match up that way, or if you're coloring with, you know, alcohol markers, you could definitely get there a lot easier than this. But I'm just showing you that you don't always have to have expensive things. So I went with the dark brown and I think a little black. So just put a little. And I'm going with the light hand so I can really build up that color. And I'm going to go over it again. And now you can see that dark color kind of coming to life. All right, and so I'm going to take some Gamsol and spread that around. Oh, I forgot to do is mittens. Now you don't need to color his shoes. Those are going to be hidden, so no need to fuss with those. I'm going to go right back over it. Kind of brighten it up a little bit. Great. And then let's do the mittens. All right, so I just need to do his nose and his buttons. So black for the buttons. I don't even mess with Gamsol on those. And then his nose, we'll do that lighter brown again. Orange. So put some lines in there and make it look like a carrot. What did I do? That orange was too big last time. Let's try this one. Where's my sander? There we go. And then the last thing we're going to do is the outline. So same thing, we use that same aqua teal color or aqua green, whatever it was, just go around the outside. And then we will little swirling motions and blend that out. All right, there's our sweet little snowman. So put these away. All right, let's put our card together. So we can do a couple different things. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue just like on his feet. I need that again. And I'm just going to go in here and tuck my snowman like so. All right. And then I did put a piece of foam behind just his head, so it looks like he's kind of popping out. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the back. Well, here, this is how I did it. I'm going to leave that like so. I went ahead and put this down first and then placed the other. So put adhesive on that. And then I'm going to use this as a guide for the moment. You have to be careful. I pulled that sticky off, so. A 1/4 inch down. You could probably still go all the way up and be okay, but put that down, and then I'm going to glue this down. So Alright, so there's your little heart, there's your little snowman. And now we're going to put down this frame, and it will go around, and you'll have a very thin border of the red paper underneath. And I probably didn't need any over there, it's going to hang off, but that's okay. Get it on there. And then I'll just trim off the excess. There we go. And now you have your sentiment banner, which I did, I popped it up on foam, but I did go ahead and trim it off first. So I'm just going to use a little adhesive on the back quickly so that I want to make sure I get it straight. So without pulling out my trimmer, this is my cheat. I'm going to pull it all the way over where I want it. Then I can just snip that off. Oops, I didn't do the best job. Okay. And then I'm gonna pull that off, and this adhesive just rubs right off. Perfect. And now I'm gonna pop this up. So I'm just gonna put some foam squares on the back of that. And put that on the card. There we are. And now we have this little heart. Put him on there like so. And then I have one of the smaller ones there. On top, I did pop this one up. A little foam square for the back of that. There. There and there. Alright, and that card is finished. You could always come in with some Wink of Stella, might be pretty on the snowman, or even some glitter if you wanted. And that card is finished. Okay, we have one final card, Sending You Huge Hugs. This is a slimline card. I see a snowflake in there hiding. Come on out. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start this card like we did the others. We're going to color our snowmen. And same thing with these. We aren't going to see his shoes, so we don't need to worry about that. And let's see, I wanted to get that dark green color. I'm pretty sure I had to use black to do so. Which one of these greens? Jade. Okay. So I'm going to go in with this lighter color first. Very light hand. This time I'm going to try not to forget his mittens. And then I'm just going to go in the bottom here. And go with some black. I'm going to go back in with this all right. I need the gam saw again. Add a little bit More green. All right, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to repeat that for those two, but I'm going to fully color this one and then I won't make you watch me color all of them. Orange. And let's see. Oh, I need to do the little outline. I think this time I use this sky blue. All right, so that little guy's complete. I'm going to go color the other two and then we'll come back. Okay, I have my 3 little snowmen colored, and so now we're going to put our card together. So first, let's see. Let's go ahead and put this dark green down on the white card base. Make sure my card's opening the right way. Okay, let's put the green on. Okay, and so we're going to do this a little different. So I'm going to glue my snowman just like I did before inside that heart to the inside of the, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on his feet. Oops. And then I hope you can see, whoops, and then we're going to tuck him in there like so. We're going to do that for all 3. And I'm just trying to make sure his little mittens stay inside, but if not, I mean, you could even have them come in. You could have one upside down, I think would be super cute. Coming in from the side, however you want to do it. There they are. And then I'm going to flip this over and put foam on the back of that. I think I'll put little, I don't know if they'll fit or not. Let's see. Yep. I might cut them down just to be safe. Okay, and then I'm going to get some foam strips of some kind. What did I do with those? I had them out. There they are. And we'll go around the outside. So let's pull the backing off. All right, so I have the backing off, and now I'm going to lay this vellum on top. I just make sure it covers the windows. Good. So that's on there, and then I'm going to take some wet glue, and now I can hide my vellum adhesive. And then this, let's get my card base the right way. This is going to go down in the center of our card. You know what? I can see the white there. I'm going to take some scissors and trim that. There we go. Okay, that looks better to me. Opening the right way, here we go. Put down, centered onto the green. All right, and then you should have, oops, sorry, 3 snowflakes. I almost lost mine, so there they are. 3 snowflakes, and we're just going to tuck one inside each window. Now you have one that looks like it's kind of cut off, and that one is going to tuck in there. So I'm going to put some glue there. It's from a border, and so that's why it looks like that. But hey, it's going to be covered, so nobody's going to know. Oops. Oh, goodness. Let's put glue on the back of it. Oh no, I ripped it off. Just tuck them back in there and glue them on. I didn't let go of the tweezers. All right, glue here. And then we have a gem inside each snowflake. So I'll put glue inside each one of those. There we go. And that card is finished. Again, you could add some glitter to your snowman if you want to dress it up a little bit, but that does it for this card and for this class. Thanks so much for watching. You can see the difference, the Let It Snow or the Sending Snowflake Kisses. If you're interested in a kit, you can find us on the web, www.frommomentstomilestones.com. And then you can search our card kits there. This is a Frosty Hello by Dare to Be Artsy. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.